I voted for him for lower grocery prices. He promised me cheaper prices on groceries. And that has not happened. Not only has that not happened, I am getting my food stamps taken. I am getting my cash assistance taken. I am getting my Section 8 taken. I am getting all my welfare governments taken. I did not ask for this. I would not have voted for him if I knew this was going to happen. So what do I do now? What do the people do now? The ones that regret their vote. What do we do? I can't go out and get a regular job. And it's not even about these families being separated from their loved ones. It's not about these 5 and 6 year olds getting their families taken away from them in the middle of a school day. It's not about any of that. It's about me and my food stamps and my cash assistance. Me. That I'm the only one that matters in this country. I'm taking my life back.
So I live in the deep south, rural Texas, Brownwood, Texas, right? And this town used to be a sundown town, still kind of is. And people have been freaking out. And the reason why is they're going to lose their food stamps come next month. And a large majority, the population of this town, is on food stamps. They voted for Trump thinking the immigrants were going to lose food stamps, right? Because illegals get food stamps? No, they don't. So they're losing food stamps come next month. So they were in a frenzy at all the grocery stores buying food like crazy because they think that their food stamps are going to be non-existent next month. So they cashed out all that money, all that EBT on their food stamps, right? So they voted for this. They wanted this.
Just so we're aware, it costs about $8 billion a month for food shares for the American people, right? So if they're going to shut it down, and they aren't going to pay out food shares in the month of November, I think it's important that the 70% of people that voted for this administration that are on food stamps understand that the $40 billion that went to Argentina could have went to 5 months worth of food shares while we figure this government shutdown out. This is not on the Democrats. This is on the choices that this administration is making to harm the American people, to harm their own voters. 70%. 70%. 5 months. Remember the numbers. They matter.
All right, you guys, who have seen the crazy lady at Walmart story? She was there trying to get food for her family with her food stamps. And I think because of this new ban on certain foods, practically everything in her cart, she had $150 worth of groceries, I think they said. And it got brought down to $15 because of how much junk food this woman had inside of her cart. She was going off on the Walmart worker because she couldn't get her Reese's peanut butter cup. She couldn't get like certain juices that were really bad for her. Everything, just anything she had, it was obviously shit food. Because so I think this should have happened a long ass time ago. When I was younger, my kids probably were like 5 or 6. And I was a single mom. I got food stamps for them. And I sometimes would get so much money, I wouldn't even know what to do. And it's probably been a good 15 years, probably, since I was ever approved for anything like that, because I make too much money. I have to work my fucking ass off for the food that I have. And I actually have 2 teenage boys. So you guys know how teenagers are. Boys, too, at that. And then I have 2 toddlers who are little, and then my husband, of course. But it's all men. I live with all men. And they keep me out of house and home, but I have to work my fucking ass off to be able to provide groceries for these guys and myself. So, I don't know. I'm not sad to hear about all these people getting mad about their food stamps. Maybe people will learn how to do better at-home cooked meals and people can wake up and get healthier, because I think that's probably what a lot of people need.
Hello everyone, it's Lick and this is Rika's Tech. Right now, a lot of people are hurting. Family, single parents, and everyone depending on EBT or food assistance. Across the country, people are waking up to find their benefits delayed or completely cut off. This is not just a one story, it is happening everywhere in the United States. We got more video like this. I'll come back with a comment. Remember that credit goes to the owner of the video. Let's get into it.
With food stamps about to be cut off for so many American citizens next month, I just wanted to say something really quick. MAGA, shame on you. I guess the time, though, has now come for you to pick yourself up by your bootstraps, right? Isn't that your favorite phrase? Because now, because of your strange, weird desire to own the libs, now you've owned your own family and so many other people straight into starvation. Because let's not play, MAGA. We know plenty of you guys are also on those benefits. And that's fine. That's why they're there, is for American people that need them to use them. But look what your vote has now caused. It's caused you to go hungry, your children, other innocent people, all because of what? You needed Trump back in the office so badly to make America great? Is this great? Families starving right before the holidays? And I gotta say, no, as a human being, I don't want to see other human beings go hungry. I don't. But I'm having a real hard time feeling bad for any of you guys that are MAGA. I really am. Because you did vote for this. You wanted this. You asked for it. You couldn't wait to have Trump back. And now you've got him. At what cost? I will say, I feel bad for your children. Your innocent children should not have to suffer because of your ignorance. Because of your own lack of empathy. Because of your weird vendetta against the libs. This is a bad time for our country. A very bad time. I hope, if anything, you'll do some self-reflection. Doesn't do much good now. You brought this on us all already. But, I don't know. Happy holidays, right?
So this lady in Memphis says she gets up this morning to find out that her food stamps are gone. So I thought it was a joke at first, but no, she took us to the food stamp or SNAP benefits office with her to talk to the social worker, where the social worker told her that yes, the food stamps are gone, nothing they can do about them, and guess what? You will not get a refund for this month, reimbursement for this month. Just wait till next month. This lady says, what am I gonna do? My baby needs milk, and I have 6 kids. This is what I want to say, and some people are gonna get mad at me. I think the government has set everybody up real good, and this is why. When I was coming up, I said all the time we was poor. Mama cooked breakfast for dinner, but I'm only only child. I think my mom and dad knew that they couldn't afford 2 children, so they didn't rely on any help. They did the best they could with the one child that was me. I have to ask this question, y'all. The government has set y'all up good, because I want to know, what would you do if you couldn't get food stamps at all and you were responsible for every child that you put out of your body? That's my question, and y'all gonna get mad, but it is what it is. Me and my husband work 2 decent jobs, but we only have 2 kids. I actually wanted to try for a girl because I only have boys. You know, I have 3 kids and all. My oldest son is 34, and the reason why is because I was a single parent. I only had one. I had no help, and I was tired. I didn't want to go through that anymore by myself. No government assistance, no Section 8. That 34-year-old son of mine, I raised him myself with the help of the Lord and my mother. But long story short, I just want to ask y'all, what would you do if you only, if you had to take care of every child that popped out? You had no kind of help. You was responsible for every child that popped out of your body. Do you think all of these women that have all these kids would have all these kids if from the get-go you didn't get any kind of SNAP benefits? My husband and me, like I said again, I don't mean to repeat this, we only have 2 kids. I wanted another child because I only have boys. I always wanted a girl, but we knew, and my husband said no, because kids are what? Expensive. See, everybody don't rely on government. A lot of people, believe it or not, take care of their kids the best they can. and do it from going to work on a daily basis. But I just want to ask that question, y'all. Would you really have had 5, 6, 7, 8 kids if you had nobody helping you? No SNAP benefits, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Now, as they say, the you know what is hitting the fan. I'm trying not to cuss. And now y'all seeing what time it is. What are you and your children going to do? I made a video about this yesterday. It's going to get rough out here. But the government set you up for failure because they made it so easy for you to have children because they were giving you money or SNAP benefits, food stamps, whatever you want to say, every month to take care of them. Now they taking it back from you. What are y'all going to do? You know what I'm saying? What are y'all going to do?
My fellow American citizens, do not panic, all right? I know they took our food stamp. Like, don't panic. Don't go into chaos. That's really what they want. Like, you got to remember that they want our energy. The only way they know how to get our attention is by doing some shit like that. Food stamps. They know our black ass, white ass, whoever get them food stamps need them fucking food stamps, bro. And they know the shit gonna cause chaos. And that's what they want y'all to do so they can just easily pew pew knock us out the map. But we cannot allow them to do that. Don't start no war. Don't panic. Everything is in control. If you believe in God so motherfucking much, source, whatever you want to call it, know that you will be provided for. This land is motherfucking yours. Like, I'm way in Thailand, but I'm just trying to help the people because I already see the shit. I see the shit happening. Like, they want war, but that's not what we need in this time. We need peace. We need love. This is a time where y'all all come together and we feed each other like how we really supposed to be doing, but we so distracted. The people that's making money and feel like they rich, they don't give a fuck about the people. We don't give a damn about each other. If it ain't about the money, we don't care, and that's fucked up. That's why we gotta do better, and that's why they able to control everything that they controlling today, because we don't know no better. We don't know who the fuck we are for real. We don't know that we got control of everything that's going on in this world, bro. So be still. Be peaceful. Go outside, meditate, walk around, get in some grass, and know that Source is going to provide. Ain't no need to panic. It's all under control, I'm telling you.
This big MAGA account just got caught falling for an obviously satirical video and shared it for millions of people to see, and of course they all think it's real. In this TikTok she says, yes, our entire family gets EBT. Living off EBT is a family tradition. My grandparents taught my mom how to finesse the system and she just passed down the knowledge. The MAGA account says this is the intergenerational dependency that FDR, LBJ, and the Democrats have created. But thankfully readers added context saying this is a rage bait video by a TikToker. Her bio states sarcasm, skits, and I tell stories. Her account is full of satirical, rage-baiting videos meant to garner engagement and go viral. But unfortunately, over 1 million people saw this video, and the majority of them obviously think it's real. This is a recurring trend we keep seeing on the MAGA side. They are shamelessly spreading misinformation every single day. They love to amplify misleading or fake videos to demonize the Democrats any chance they get. Food stamps are not a tradition. They are a lifeline for over 40 million Americans, including children, veterans, and the elderly. The majority of recipients work low-paying jobs and still can't afford basic necessities. The real problem isn't that people are surviving off of aid, it's that wages are so low they need it. So instead of blaming FDR or LBJ for helping struggling families eat, maybe we should be outraged at the billionaires and corporations who are profiting off of starvation wages.
So guess what I'm doing for the first time in 12 years? Okay? I am getting up, I'm ready, did my hair, took my shower, brushed my teeth, and I'm going to do my community service hours. Why community service hours, do you ask? Because they told me in order to keep my food stamps, I would have to do 15 hours of community service per week. That's at minimum. I can do more if I want to, which I probably will because I don't have anything else going on. And my kids are in daycare since I qualified for subsidized childcare. So, I'm going to do my 15 hours or more. I haven't decided yet. It depends on how I like it at the place where I'm volunteering. But anyways, this is just until I get an actual full-time job, because they don't just let you stay in community service for as long as you want. You have to like find employment or go to school. So
we are seeing people break down in food stamp offices, parents trying to figure out how to feed their kids, and communities are already feeling the pressure of government shutting down. This is not about politics anymore. It is about survival. Guys, people, need to survive this situation. When help stops coming, real life hits harder. And for millions of Americans, that moment is happening right now. You have to accept it's happening right now. People are scared, angry, and confused. They are realizing that when system break down, it is the working families who suffer first. No one is safe from the ripple effect. Price rise, stress builds, and desperation grow.
Things are about to hit the fan in November for tens of millions of families. If you are in New York and you get an EBT and you getting food stamps, you're not going to get it in November. There's a very high chance you're not going to get it. In fact, there's a high chance that if you try to use your card now for whatever you have left in October, it's not going to work. My mother has food stamps and she still has a balance. And if you know, then you know you got to freeze and unfreeze your card with the EBT Edge app, right? Because there's a lot of hackers. And we learned the hard way. So she calls me to unfreeze the card. The card is unfrozen. She has the balance. And she goes to buy eggs and milk. She got to pay $30 out of pocket for a little bit of groceries because the card would not work. Mind you, she had a balance on the card and it was not frozen. So that's another issue. I don't know if they're talking too much about that, but yeah, so that's scary because I can imagine the millions of families with children and the elderly who depend on getting groceries. Crime is going to go up. Robberies with a deadly weapon, assault, mental health is going to explode. Because people are going to be stressed out of their mind. What am I going to do for money? I don't work. I need food stamps. I need this. I need to feed my children. I need to feed my mom. Like, so many things are going to be happening. And my job is about to get a lot worse. I anticipate it for the holidays, for November and for December. The amount of cases that we're going to get in for neglect when it's not neglect. When it's because of the government shutdown and shit like this happening where people are not getting food, it's not going to be on the parents. You feel me? So it's about to get rough out here for everybody. And my heart breaks for what the hell is happening out here. Right? This is out of our control. We don't run anything now. Benefits will be lost. You have to stay vigilant in these streets. Because if you're taking the train and let's say it's a month into this, right? Let's say it's a month into this, matter of fact, November 1st to December 1st. Now, the 2nd or the 7th or whenever people usually get their food stamps, November goes into December. And in December, you still don't get no food stamps. The holidays are going to be extremely taxing on a lot of people, emotionally draining, no support from deadbeat baby daddies or baby moms or whoever in your family is not really supporting you, and you got food stamps and now you're struggling. Where am I going to get money? Everybody's going to run to the pantries. Everybody's going to run to all of these places. The lines are going to be, you thought the line was long before? You're going to be getting crumbs at the end. You're going to be getting the bare, like 2 or 3 little things, like maybe a cucumber, if you're lucky. So people have to realize that the shit is going to hit the fan very soon. And how do you maintain your cool and lower your anxiety when these things are happening and it's out of your control? Right? We're going to see an increase in mental health decline. We're going to see an increase, and I'm sorry to say it like that, in suicidal ideations, teenagers leaving school because now they got to go and get a job and help mom and dad because, there's no food. We are going to see all of it. And I'm going to have to start giving my mother money so that she can do groceries. Because how's she going to do groceries without her food stamps? She don't work. She's 65 years old. She's disabled. how she's going. So it's like all of these things that people have to start planning and preparing now. Make a list out, right? Make a list of what you really need to protect yourself. Buy that Ring doorbell camera now. If you've been hesitating on getting cameras for your apartment for safety, buy it now. You know how many people are going to be robbing, assaulting people, doing whatever they can to get that money? You could do, people see you walking outside with groceries, you better download Instacart, okay? If you have a credit or debit card, Cash App, whatever, you better download Instacart, okay? Because if you go, I can visualize it now. Mind you, I work in Harlem. I'm just going to leave that for you for your imagination. Mental illness, drug use. What I see in my head right now, I don't even want to speak about because that's like really too much for TikTok. But when the reality hits, danger is going to be, you thought danger was outside the door right now. It's going to be amplified by 10, by 20. So, and this is what happens. It's a ripple effect. When you lose one benefit for millions of people, right now I live in a housing connect. I've been fortunate enough to be here for 6 years. This is the first time in 6 years we haven't had hot water or heat for days. I think today's the 4th day, and people were complaining, and they put a letter out into the hallway, in the front of the building. You know, an issue with the vendor. 4 days, no hot water and no heat. I mean, the reality is it's not too cold in New York, but people gotta wash their ass. Like, brush your teeth with freezing cold water. So now I gotta boil water like we used to do in the 90s and early 2000s to wash ourselves with a washcloth, and like put some water on, scrub real quick, put a little water on, and then you're done in 5 minutes. Like, this is really how it is out here. And imagine if that continues. Imagine if there were no more hot water. Now, this is me just thinking far ahead because we don't know what's gonna happen with this president. We don't know what's gonna happen. Shit is crazy out here. Maybe the shutdown is not gonna last that long once people start going crazy in the month of November. Thanksgiving, y'all better go to Aldi and get that $40 Thanksgiving package, because and right now we have a volunteering event at my job, but it's for Harlem, right? So we giving out food and pantry for families for the holiday. I volunteer every year. And so find yourself pantries. Go on your phone. Google pantries wherever you're located, right? Don't ever be ashamed to go to a pantry and get some food. Because when you don't have food stamps and you got to feed yourself and feed your kids, you're going to do whatever you have to do. Okay? Stay aware of your surroundings. Don't walk in these streets looking at your phone. If you got your purse dangling, be very, very careful. Women need to stay extra vigilant because people don't give a fuck about women nowadays, right? We suffer the most. So you have to walk around with that alarm. You ever heard of Birdie? BIRDIE? Birdie. You pull it, it makes a very loud noise. You know, in the event of an emergency and it's like 6 o'clock and it's dark outside and you stop by the bank, be very, very careful. You go to places that are crowded. Don't go to a bank by yourself. People will be watching you. Common sense, right? Make a list of the things that you got to do every time you got to step outside and go shopping. You got a car? You should be driving to your house. You got to be careful getting into Ubers. You have to be careful. Ubers and Lyfts and taxis, you have to be careful. You should be having some sort of protection on you. I'm just saying, right? November 1st is around the corner. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We're going to see what's up. And if you are in New York,
compared to other states, be safe out there. Be safe. Make a list, get yourself some water bottles, get yourself canned goods, right? Things that are easy to make, easy, cheap. SpaghettiOs, right? I'll eat me some SpaghettiOs and heat up some garlic bread and I'll have that for dinner. I'm not playing. Mind you, I work. But the families out here are going to be suffering. Let's not judge them for what's happened that's out of their control, right? Parents are doing the best that they can. Be safe.
What am I saying matters, especially for families, single parents, and anyone who relying on EBT or food assistance. Things are about to get really hard in November and December. You have to accept that. Crimes will rise, mental health will decline, and many families will struggle with food and incomes because there's no choice. Please listen, stay vigilant, and share this to spread awareness, because this is not about politics. It is about people just trying to survive. Guys, I hope you like it. My name is Lick, and this is Licka's Take. Stay safe, stay smart, and I will see you in the next one. I love you guys.